Welcome to paradise. Honolulu, Hawaii, the site of an annual tradition of bowl season, the Hawaii Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Hawaii's offense will get the ball first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Buys a little time. On the move at the 30. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Creates a little room. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
The Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapted. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their second sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
And the Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it on the move. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Rainbow Warriors started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hawaii!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So California's offense will go to work for the first time. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play call.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
College football becomes more and more every year, more nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation, and you can see it right there. DB came flying in there, gets the 1st sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards, and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already. So a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
And the Golden Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Flips it out in the flat. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Finding an escape route. He gets it down to the 28-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks, and now we'll see what they do on 4th. Trying to keep this drive alive. Brings into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. So so close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Golden Bears didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. And back to the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sims. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Rainbow Warriors really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Caught behind the line, it's Harris. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rainbow Warriors have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the left. Knocked down for the tackle. And the Rainbow Warriors are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Quickly complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Hawaii! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone. because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick release on the RPO.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on.
There he goes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. It's complete on the right side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Golden Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs. Now out close to midfield. Pocket breaking down. Fires on the run. Catch in stride inside the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Golden Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cal! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's not afraid to go deep. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. A strike downfield. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got his man. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Makes the grab. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at under...
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the ride in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
The Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Golden Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
And the Golden Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Touchdown, Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's passed. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off play action. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. That was an entertaining first quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our first quarter stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Hauls it in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Bears. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On on third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Golden Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
The Golden Bears are flying down the field. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Makes the catch. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Quarterback on the keeper. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. They'll run the quarterback sneak. Sneak gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He'll take another shot here. He's got it at the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Could Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Rainbow Warriors had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Warriors! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Going right to work up top. Complete to the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Golden Bears will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. The Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the ground game. Spins away from the defender. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. Bring in the heat. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's going to run it. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Looking for room, it's Sims. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hawaii. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
Ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
A 67-yard touchdown drive there. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Soft spot in the middle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Works the middle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Golden Bears look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quickly complete. He'll make the play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
The Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete to the left. And tackled there by the defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And the Golden Bears will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Heaves it deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Rushes on him. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And the returner will be dragged down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Direct snap. Finds some fresh air. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Under fire. He's in open space downfield.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hawaii!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Morris. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be brought down. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Harris. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This will likely be the last play of the half. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. And now they take the lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about drawing a plum assignment. A first half spent in paradise, and in many ways, this Hawaii Bowl has lived up to expectations. These quarterbacks have been wheeling and dealing. A little bit of everything through 2 quarters. Exactly what we expected all week, if not even exceeding those lofty expectations. Feels like the defense that can at least contain one of these dual threats is going to be celebrating a hard-fought victory, although easier said than done. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Hawaii Bowl.
The Rainbow Warriors will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still Lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And the Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Golden Bears are rolling down the field. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got his man quickly. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And the Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Cal! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Quarterback extends the play. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Quick completion on the out. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They go 83 yards on the drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Finds us back in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Golden Bears are marching down the field. Wants to throw again. Gets it out quickly. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Golden Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. To the ground with the back. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Golden Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Let's it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Oh, they're after him. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Fitted in the window for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And the Rainbow Warriors trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. And they will score! Touchdown, Warriors!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation, so let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. These two offenses have been locked in and going back and forth, David.
Been absolutely cooking. I mean, both offenses doing what they want. Now try to continue this, Jesse, down the stretch, stay on fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now because of the way the other one's playing, so you can't falter. You can't have your service broken. You've got to stay aggressive.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Turning it on. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Back's looking for the goal line. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. He'll pull it on the read. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. Slams ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. Nestled just inside that right upright. And we've got a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. The hand to the running back. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. The Rainbow Warriors in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go right back to the run. There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete, the defense got a hand on it. This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And the Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. That penalty is going to be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I mean, he is going to get an earful from the coaches on the sidelines. A strike downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Just keeps slinging it. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Cal! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll start this drive firing. Pocket breaking down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. And the returner is stopped. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Both of these teams working over this scoreboard so far, Jesse.
And I think for the...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Snagged out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Now the play fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Morris.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On target to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Morris. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have, now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Rainbow Warriors can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. He's going to take off. Turns it on in midfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Second down coming up. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
And they're going to settle for a field goal attempt here instead of going for it. Dead center perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. Snatches it on the right. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Here comes the heat. Lost one deep down the right side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. There's a difference between being physical and pass interference, and that was way over the line. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. And the Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. A little release to the back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his man. It's Harris. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. At the 45 on his way. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Rushes on him. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They'll run it from the gun. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The pull and throw off the RPO. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll try the run. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got a man. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go back to the ground. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off play action on first down. Got his man quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Sims. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off, but whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll go with a direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sims. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. The Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. A low line drive and short kick. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Unloads quickly. Oh, what a cut! Touchdown, Cal! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback moving, trying to make magic on the scramble. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They try to pop a run on the draw. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Punt is on its way. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up.